Mm-hmm. Hello my viewers, welcome back again to Yemi's Kitchen. Today I'm making you sponge cake. It's very quick, snacky kind of cake for the family. It's not like it's just like, you know, quick, uh, quick, like you're going to school. You can make it for breakfast, and also it's just a fast way of snack for kids and families as well, and parents. So we start. This is the butter. I've got a lump of 2 tablespoons of butter in the bowl here already. So we have 2 tablespoons of butter. I have the sugar to sweeten. I have 2 eggs. I have the baking powder. I have a self-raising flour and salt, sea salt. So these are the ingredients, and it's not much ingredient. It's very fast to make and it's very quick. So just let's start. Here, there's the butter. So I'm going just to whisk the butter first. What I do is to make sure I first, because the butter has been in the fridge, so it's slightly hard. You can use any kind of butter, but I use mostly margarine. But make sure there's not too much in the butter as well. That's the butter has been mixed. So now we had half a cup of sugar. This is not a lot for a whole family. This is half a cup of sugar, but this is not a lot for a whole family. I mean, this is a family of 5, so it's not too much sugar, and we need sugar to sweeten our cake, otherwise it's going to be bland. So don't worry about the sugar. So now I mix the sugar and the butter together. So this is the sugar and the butter combined, and can you see it's all come together. Now I can start adding the eggs, just one at a time as well. So first, okay, I would just make sure you break it safely. We don't want the shell inside, so we then mix together. 1 egg inside, and I mix it with really hard. I let everything combine together. Now I had the second egg. Add the second egg. We don't want the shell inside the egg, so now I whisk that together again with the sugar and butter. Make sure you whisk till it's all, there's no lump. You don't want any lumpy butter inside the egg, inside the mixture. now you can see the mixture of the sugar, butter, and the sugar, the butter, and the eggs are combined together. It makes a puree, nice smooth puree. At this stage, I can start adding the flour. So just give me a second, please. If you have a mixing bowl, like if you have a mixer, like if we have a proper mixing bowl, you don't really have to, you know, you just like sieve the flour to get inside it. But I don't have a mixing bowl, so I get this one like in the shop. So buy any bowl, you can use any bowl. But this is my hand mixer. You can so easily get hand mixer in any department store, any supermarket really. So you put the mixer down. While I sieve the flour, then I sieve the flour. Not a lot of flour, but I'm going to show you that. So I put the flour in a container, so just for measurement. But when you already start making, I'm sorry it's a bit messy, but don't worry, we get there. When you start, this is one bowl of flour. This is a bowl of flour. That's not a lot of flour, but then we sieve it just to make sure there's no lumpiness in the flour. I sieve it to just prevent any lump. Sometimes some of you can see why I sieve the flour. Can you see some of this? This is what you get in the cake if you do not sieve your flour. Can you see this? So put that aside. We need 1 more cup of flour. 1 more cup of flour. So now we have 2 cups of flour. Like the same, I said, you sieve it again. Now sieve that as well to prevent any lumps in your cake. So that's done. I had a tablespoon of baking powder. Just give me a sec. This is a tablespoon of baking powder to rise. It's like a tablespoon. Baking powder is a raising agent. But if it's a self-raising flour, like I'm using self-raising flour, it will still rise, but it's not going to be. You really want it to rise to the level of, it makes it fluffy. So with baking powder, it makes the cake rise. It also makes it more fluffy as well. So we need a tablespoon, not too much. A tablespoon of self-raising flour will be okay for this just 2 cups of cake. So let's cover that up. I'll need to wipe my hands. Then I had a pinch of salt as well. Not a lot of salt, just a pinch of salt to taste. This is it, just a pinch of salt to taste. People are saying, why do you have to add salt into cake? You add salt into cake to combine the sugar and all the other ingredients together. Salt is yes, because cake is more like a sweet, where it's something something sweet, but at the same time the sugar inside, the salt inside the cake helps to bring out and enhance the flavor of the cake as well. So let's put this down here. We don't need this at the moment. Now at the moment I've not had a single apple milk to it. We're gonna need the milk when we're whisking. The reason why I'm gonna add milk to the flour will be just to loosen up the flour a bit, otherwise it's just going to be solid. So we just mix it, just make it easy, not too fast, because we don't want the flour all over the place. Add a bit of more apple milk. of your choice, but I like soya milk because it's more healthy. And if you are lactose intolerant or you're a vegetarian, I will say go for soya milk. Just a little more. This is we got here the mixture of the flour, sugar, butter, milk, and a pinch of salt. That's what we got here now, and this milk. Yeah. So now it's ready to be put into the tray or cake tin, whichever one you have, and then we put in the oven for it to bake for like 10 minutes. If you want, if you really want it golden brown, I'll say 15 minutes. But if you just want it moist and light brown, I will say 10 minutes. But at this stage, it's ready to go put in the cake tin. Butter it just to make sure. This is non-stick tray, but I still put butter just to make sure I keep it on the safe side, so the cake doesn't stick to the tray when I get it out of the oven. So you can put all your cake now into the cake tin. This is sponge cake. Like I said, it's sponge cake. It's just a cake for the family. It's like quick go kind of cake, like rush hour time. I'm going to school, I'm going to work, I want to make some quickie snacky for myself or for my children. This is that type of cake. Doesn't need a lot of ingredients, doesn't need a lot of time, and it bakes for very fast, and it's still really tasty. It is tasty and healthy as well, because you don't need all this icing, sugar, all this decoration that are full of fat, and we still can wash your weight with this. I will still call it a weight washer cake because it's got all the healthy ingredients inside. So I'm going to put this in the oven. The oven I've set the oven for like over 15 minutes ago, like 15 minutes on 15 degrees, just for it to heat up. It's good for your oven to heat up before baking, because then the cake doesn't end up burning at the top. And also just the reason why I had to slap it down is to get all the hair out of the cake. We mixing this air that's already evaporated, got inside, so you get all those air. And now I put in the oven, and I leave in the oven for 15. I will check in 10 minutes time. If by then it's going to be golden brown. But if you do not like it like that, for me, I like it just slightly brown. But if you really want it deep golden brown, you got to leave it for like 15 minutes. Well, with 15 minutes, it's going to be nice and fluffy and soft. With 10 minutes. With 15 minutes, when it's really, really brown, that's going to be crunchy. It's still going to be tender and soft inside, but crunchy at the top. So let's just give it a minute or 15 minutes and come back and check and see how we're doing. So just see you soon in 10 minutes time. So now the cake is now past 10 minutes. So I need to check the cake if it's ready. Like I said, when it's golden brown, it's ready, it's fluffy, but some people like it more really, really extremely dark brown, whereby the top of the cake is crispy, but it's still fluffy inside. So let's check and see how we're doing. This is the cake. Can we see it's already For now, I would say it's already golden brown. At this stage, the cake is ready. It's also crispy at the top and fluffy at the bottom. This is our homemade homemade cake. So this is our homemade sponge cake. Now it's ready, but you have to make sure you check it to see if it's done. Well, if it comes out, I think it comes out dry, then it's ready. So if it comes out dry, then it's ready. You see? So it's our homemade sponge cake, and at this stage, let's say, get a picture of it. You see? This is what it looks like. It's crispy at the top, but at the same time, very fluffy in the middle. The middle of the cake is fluffy, but it's crispy at the top. So let's have a taste and see how we've done. You can taste the crunchiness even before you get into the cake. It's so crunchy, but the inside also is very soft. It's very soft and fluffy. Crunchy, but very fluffy inside. This is homemade sponge cake, and having it with nice cup of turmeric milk. This is even in a plate, and it's quick kind of takeaway cake for kids, grown-ups, and for families. And it's a kind of, I will also say, even if you're on the weight wash program, this sponge cake, my sponge cake, the one I made, let me tell you, is good for you even if you're watching your weight, because all the ingredients inside it are healthy. Even there's butter with the soya milk and the soya butter and the sugar. The quantity of sugar is not a lot. A pinch of salt just to taste, the flour and the soya milk just to give it break down the flour, and egg. Everything inside these are healthy stuff. There's no need to be scared to have as much as you want. You can still eat it and still be on your weight watch program. This is not going to fatten you up. This is just delicious snack for the whole family. So you enjoy. Let me go and enjoy my cake, and you have a nice day. Thanks for supporting me. I would like you to please subscribe to my channel. Go down my link and leave your comment. And if you want me to do it, try any other recipe, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm always there. Please subscribe to my channel. Show me your love. Share your like. Click that like button, and you'll be able to be the first to get notification when I download any other new video. Thanks for watching with me. Thanks for always supporting, and see you again in my next video. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye.